Peace to all the kings and queens of this culture. It's Mr. 13, and I'm back for episode 2 of Seen in the Streets. In this episode, I'm following some freight tracks in an undisclosed location. So if you know, you know. As I started filming, I came across this wall that I saw was completely crossed out. The wall had some fills done by York, VS, Carm 8, and Funk. Unfortunately, the whole wall was ragged, and nobody left their name, so I didn't see anything. As I continued walking across the tracks, I came across a few faded gems like a Beast tag, a K's tag, and there was a few more fill-ins here. I think this is a Brat outline, and right next to the Brat outline was a gem. Foot for mayor, rest in peace. A writer from the Brownsville, East New York section of Brooklyn who was murdered a few years back. May he rest in peace. It's good to see one of his villains still living. As I was on my journey, I came across a semi-fill-in. This one right here is a banger. It's my guy Chet and Since BTC crew. Right under them is a Curb Your Ego tag. As you can see, Tiz rocked the outline right next to them. And then I think we got a video fill from the MFK crew, not to be confused with Made for Kings. There's no affiliation with the MFK Graph crew and the Made for Kings brand. But shout out to them for doing their thing. Yep. We got a fill-in over here from one of the RFW members. We got a tag by Spot, a legendary writer from the Bushwick area. I believe he's from Bushwick. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Over here, I came across a little beef, a little dissing action, a little ragging action. If you know who ragged who, then you know. Right here's a Stren fill-in. I met Stren at Bomb the System many years back. Seemed like a cool dude. Shout outs to him to see he's still rocking. And on the other side of that track is a Dell tag, a Spyro fill, and a few more names here that some people may be familiar with. This right here was a very nice clean fill-in by Tones. It looks like it's been there since 2017. We got a few amp fill-ins up top. I came off the tracks to this wall outside on the side street. And here is another fill-in over another fill-in. We've saved this for our What's Beef segment. Came across this Reap fill. Like that Reap fill is nice and clean. And we got another Dell right here filling. Nice clean throw. Up on the top is a Crow's tag. I once interviewed him for the Vandal Hour. We have a Zico tag and a Glare throw up. All the way at the end is a Nair. I actually came across this guy's stickers when I was out in Charlotte. And he's down with DMS crew. We got a Vane throw up. This is probably the first Vane throw up I've ever seen. I know I usually see him doing those big ass rollers. Okay, now another Spot on top over here with a nice fat cap. On the other side of that was this Joey fill-in, a Dare 2, and demos from STK crew. We see this Siege tag. A couple of other tags over here like CE. I don't know if you caught that CE. Now, I'm not too sure if this EH is Echo It looks like Echo from back in the days. Shout out if this is an Echo, throw up. When I got to this part of the gate, we see a Milt filling, a G filling, a couple of other fillings across this wall. Then when we get to the end over here, we got something by a member of the ICBM crew. We got a Pisket. If that's the name that I'm saying it correct, is faded, kind of covered over a little bit. Shout out to You Won't with the nice filling right here. Clean. I've seen him all over the place. He does some dope work. There's no denying his work. Well, let me watch my step before I fall into this muddy hole. Anyway, here's a nice Toth filling. If that's not what it is, that's not what it says, please correct me. We got Fat J over here in the corner. Fat J, definitely been seeing his shit everywhere, especially in the city. A lot of good work in the city. We got a Toast right here in the corner. Right next to the Toast is a Saxon. And as I continue to the back, I came across a few old tags, very faded. We got this old Dessa. Not sure how long that's been there. We got a Kuma all the way in the top. I couldn't continue my walk because it was gated, so I had to turn around, but I noticed that behind these bushes were a lot of pieces. They look old, they look faded. There's an Inkhead tag back there that I can make out. As I turned around, I looked to the rooftop. I seen some stuff up top there. Really couldn't make out what it said, but I continued walking and came across some real sketchy stuff on these tracks. Somebody's dirty ass underwear, right? On the other side of that, I came across these containers that were very flammable. They looked like they were nitrogen containers for cars. Either way, man, somebody's dumping some racing shit back here. I guess this is where people go to do some of their modifications. This side of the wall was impressive. I gotta say that this was probably my favorite stretch on these tracks. The Horn, the Marty. At least these guys put some effort into their work. And as we've kept going, we came across this Diesel piece, which I like. It's clean. This right here, this Feed It Coupe, is a really dope piece. I'm glad to see it's still there. Another stretch of wall that had some really dope shit was this one right here. Starting off with the Chase 4 fill. Super clean. This one, Cry, who I've been seeing up a lot. Jowl. Nice. Another RFW crew member. We got these pieces right here. Rigor or Regor. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I like this Puka. It reminds me of something you would have seen on a train back in the day. more fillings on this wall. A Renee filling. Peace, throw up. In all, after thinking about these tracks, I rate them a D. I wasn't too impressed with much of the work that was along these tracks. I've been to other pits, and some writers, they usually do some pieces and burners, but that wasn't the case here. Mostly fill-ins, throw-ups, tags. Till next time, it's your boy Mr. 13, and don't forget to subscribe to Made for Kings TV. Peace.